This is the team from Sorted Food, and today I am ripping off one of their formats.
in exchange for a shameless plug of our app.
We are doing Remote Control Chef today, and I am being remote controlled. What's going to happen?
Basically, we have a walkie-talkie, you have an earpiece, and we direct you round the kitchen, taking it in turns.
Yeah, you're going to become our remote control chef. We're each going to talk you through a dish, and then he gets to judge them at the end.
I get the best job judging the dishes, but also the process of the chaos that gets you there.
Why do you get to judge?
I wear the jacket.
Right, that's fine.
What you have is one lovely bag of grocery ingredients, and from that one shopping list, you're going to create 3 recipes, 2 portions of each, and 0 food waste if it all goes to plan.
Right, if it all... I feel like the last part of that sentence was the most important, because I'm not a good cook. Like, I never really got beyond student
Join
cooking.
the group.
Yeah. Right, okay.
Usually in these kind of battles, you have a chef and a normal. This time you've got a normal and it's someone who's even more normal. So this could be interesting.
You've had, what, 10 years of Sorted Food now?
Yeah, but we've had a terrible teacher.
We've picked 3 recipes that will be a little bit chefy, a little bit kind of flavour combination, some super seasonal stuff. Who's going first?
Our most normal.
Hey!
Oh, that's... Wow, I've been promoted.
Tom?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
I've got a funny feeling I'm going to enjoy this more than you will.
Yeah, that's probably right. 30 minutes, right?
30 minutes. Ready? Steady? Go!
Okay, well, I've got a bag of stuff, and what do I need from it first?
So today, Tom, we're going to be making a beautiful pea soup and gremolata sauce. That's right.
One of those words you used sounded like gremlinata, and I do not know what it is.
Gremolata.
Gremolata.
So to start off with, in the bag, you should find some delicious shallots. Yeah, perfect. We're going to need to halve, peel, and then finely slice those 200 grams.
Halve, peel, then finely slice. Okay.
So this is the only bit of chopping,
Okay.
I think, in this entire recipe. So you want to, take
the ends off.
Take the one end off.
Yep.
And then cut it in half lengthways.
Down there.
Yeah, but I'd do it flat. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure my knife technique is terrible here, but... See, one of the things I do when I'm cooking at home is I cheat and I use a lot of pre-sliced, pre-diced frozen vegetables, which is why my skills on this are a lot worse than they might otherwise be. All right, so next job is peel.
Tell you what, if you want to mix it up a little bit, we may as well start preheating a pan.
All right, little splash of oil. Okay, good. Right, that's heating up. There we go. All right, keep peeling. Nearly. Totally. No, that didn't help. Fine, that's peeled, okay.
Right, now you can discard all the skins. Let's chuck it in the bin.
Oh, for God's sake, there's still more here.
Right, we're 5 minutes down. And so far, we have peeled some onions.
5 minutes? God. The thing is, we also only used half the pack of shallots, so I'm going to have to do this thing again in another recipe, aren't I?
Yeah, that's the beauty of these recipes. We share the ingredients across the entire week.
Yep, that's shallot. I'm not going to get tired of that pun. I've only just realised I can probably do 2 at a time here, can't I? That's...
Yes! Brilliant.
Vaguely patronising.
No, honestly, that is genius, because I've never thought of doing that before.
Yeah, that's working.
That makes so much sense. I should do that all the time. Now chuck all of that into your pan, and then you want to basically sprinkle a little bit of salt in there. That will help bring out some of the moisture.
What's next?
Okay, so this is for our gremolata sauce.
Okay.
Essentially like a lemony, garlicky, green sauce to go on top of our soup.
Okay.
So to start off with, 30 grams of parsley. Chuck that into the measuring jug that we're going to be blending in.
There we go. Okay, that's in. Got it.
Then you want to drizzle in 2 tablespoons of the darker, posher-looking oil. Now you want to peel 1 clove of garlic.
I've never actually used fresh garlic in my life.
How? It's the best ingredient known to mankind.
I know, and it's also a complete pain in the ass compared to just like getting pre-sorted. Anyway, yeah, here's the. It's peeled. Yeah.
Chop off the bottom of it, and then you can put the knife on top of the garlic, and then put your weight on top of the knife. That's it, perfect, and that makes it a little bit easier to take the skin off.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay.
I'm going to be honest, I very rarely get to sit in this seat and give instructions, but I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Right, so that beauty is going to remain raw, and you're going to chuck it into that blender mix. Yeah, man?
Okay, in it goes.
Because you're so good at peeling, we're now going to be peeling a lemon, or otherwise known as zesting it.
Right, yeah, that I can do. Okay.
Yeah, you just want the yellow bit. The pith
Yeah.
can be a little bit bitter.
All right.
That's plenty.
That's enough.
And if you get that straight into the mix.
Yep, okay, good.
And now also, can you cut the lemon in half and squeeze in its juice?
Yes.
Perfect. Now we want to blend that up.
That's on.
Yeah.
And there's a button marked turbo, so cool.
Let's do turbo. Right, next up, you want to grab the bag of frozen peas
Yes.
and chuck that into the pan with the shallots. So, believe it or not, we're nearly done. This last bit will take about 5 minutes. Now, I'm not sure where this thing is, but if you want to go hunt around for a stock cube, yep, if you crumble it up and chuck it in there, that's just instant seasoning.
Wonderful cheat ingredient, this or vegetable bouillon, however you pronounce it.
So now just a little bit of water from the kettle, which should be behind you, and you want to just cover the peas.
About there then, I think.
Yeah, nice. One thing I forgot to do was preheat the grill.
I've definitely got the grill
Yeah.
here. Two little wavy things at the top.
I think so, and then whack it on full.
Got it.
And then you want to grab a ciabatta loaf from the bag and cut that in half lengthways.
Cool, all right, that's done. That's in half.
Now you can bung those straight under the grill.
Oh God, where are the oven gloves? Because the rack, if we're going for the grill, needs to be on the top, just there.
Thank you, Tom. I forgot that bit.
I'm not a completed. Never mind.
I think all we're going to do now is wait for that to come to a boil, and then we're going to blend that up.
All right. Is this going to spray boiling water at me?
No, I think if you keep it on the bottom, it should be fine. But yeah, get a shield just in case.
All right, there we go. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat down as well because it's really puthering here. That's totally a word and not just something that I made up. Okay, so the thickness is definitely right because it's now acting like it's a damn volcano. And I'm going to move that off the heat.
That's perfect. Right, can you check the ciabattas quickly?
Oh my God, I forgot the ciabattas.
Really quick.
Okay, yeah, we're fine. We're not fine, they're burning. That's... Oh yeah, no, they're toast.
Right, whoa. They can always be saved. Let's have a look.
It's bad. It's bad. That's fire alarm bad.
That's pretty bad. Right.
That's pretty bad.
They can still be saved. Don't worry, I've been there. Let's get them out.
Right.
And then, oh no, we can do the trusty scraping of the bread trick. Okay, right, we were doing so well. We only have a minute left.
Could you not shout when I'm just touching it? I thought I was just about to
Sorry,
get burned.
we only have a minute left.
Also not helpful.
Get a bread knife and scrape some of that delicious burntness into the bin.
I mean,
You can use the back of the knife. Use the back of the knife. Come on, you've been here before. We've all had to save our bread. I can see you.
yeah, but I wasn't talking to your camera. No, this is. The only thing I think I can do is cut this in half like that, and maybe, if the bread knife is sharp, go down here like this, just being very careful with my fingers. Yep.
Be careful.
Yeah, no, that's.
Yeah, you're doing a really bad job. You know what? Tell you what, Ben won't know. We'll just serve it up.
There we go.
Yes, that'll do. Well,
It's good enough.
right. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Good.
Little bit of texture, a little bit of burns. Great. We've got 30 seconds. Can you just check the seasoning really quickly? Get a spoon in there. Make sure you're happy with it.
I mean, what difference is it going to make?
It will taste better. Happy?
That's really good.
Okay,
That's really good. Okay.
Get it in the bowl.
Okay. In the bowl.
Right, half of that because that's been served too. But never mind. It's a big bowl.
Fine, we've got a sharing portion. Because you share soup, don't you?
Sharing bowl. Of
Yeah, okay, fine. And then this on
and
top.
now you want to do a nice little drizzle.
Drizzle,
on top of
okay.
this.
Yeah, it's too thick
Nice
for that.
little drizzle.
It's not a drizzleable sauce, this.
And then let's get some of that wonderful extra virgin olive oil. And just a nice drizzle over the top.
See, that I can drizzle.
Yeah, look at that. Now it looks chefy.
That's a sharing portion of soup.
3, 2, 1. See, it's easy as that.
I don't know if you can hear the crew cracking up over here, but I mean, I will say this much. It actually tastes really nice.
Zingy,
Yeah.
fresh, nice.
Yeah.
Recipe 1 down. 2 more to go.
How are we feeling?
I mean, you'll notice through the magic of editing that the kitchen is a lot cleaner than it was a little while ago. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Who have I got on the other end of this at the minute?
This is Jamie, and we are cooking crispy mushrooms with curried cauliflower puree. We've put 30 minutes on the clock, and the time starts now. Now, first of all, let's go and preheat an oven to 200 degrees Celsius.
Okay, oven is on.
Lovely. Now, can we sauce a large frying pan?
When you say sauce,
Well, pull one from somewhere.
right, not like sauce.
No. Like, yeah, have you got one on the hob? That's perfect. Let's get that on a high heat, and can we add about 4 tablespoons of oil into it? Let's rip those wild mushrooms up.
Oh, what, so like just that? Just literally.
Yeah, perfect. Just rip them up.
What would be handy? Some sort of mechanical device to make this faster. But you said rip, not like blend or shred or process or anything like that.
Tell you what, why don't we pop some of those mushrooms into the pan?
Let's do that.
Continue to rip.
Yeah. Okay. That's getting quite full there. There's not much room inside.
Right. So the great thing about mushrooms is they will.
Just no sell my pun. Why don't you? Just.
We've been doing this for 12 years, Tom. Honestly, we've made all the puns that we can.
I mean, I'll be honest. It feels like I've been ripping mushrooms for 12 years, but never
Yeah,
mind.
we've had to watch you.
I've just figured out the technique for ripping these faster.
7 minutes in.
I heard that look you just gave the camera. Do I know you gave the camera a look? No, not at all. But you just gave the camera a look, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You just officed me, didn't you?
Let's start the puree, shall we? So, to start our puree, we're going to need a cauliflower, please.
Cauliflower, yes.
Slightly unusual. We're going to grate it.
All right, how hard can it be? I'll tell you what, you've got a very good grater here.
Thank you. Tom, I'll be honest, you're doing a fantastic job, and I'm proud of you.
That sounded sarcastic. I'm not sure if it was.
No, it's encouragement, positive mental attitude. We've got this. Right, get the rest of the grated cauliflower into the saucepan.
Yep. All right.
And now let's get the frying pan into the oven. We're about halfway, which is, it's great. So, why don't we find 200 grams of shallots?
Oh, God, not again.
Oh, really? It sounds like you got prior experience.
Yeah, you weren't in for the last time I did this. Prepare for whatever the opposite of a masterclass in cutting shallots is. There are going to be people grumpy about my cutting technique here, but I haven't learned the fancy thing that keeps you think. I feel like if I tried to learn that now, I would cause more problems. Should that cauliflower be like on the heat or anything like that?
No, not yet. We're going to throw in the shallots.
Right.
We're also going to peel and thinly slice some garlic.
Oh, good, excellent.
And some ginger. We can cheat if we want. Let's just grate the garlic, then you don't have to peel it. It's the best cheat ever.
Well, that's a better idea, because
What a revelation.
the skin just doesn't seem to be going through the grater. The skin just comes off. I take back all the sarcasm and looks to camera I had earlier. This has just saved so much time and made me so much happier.
And if you want, we can do exactly the same with ginger. You've got quite the speed on there. Honestly, your hand is blurry.
You can shut up, crew. You can... All right, in goes that as well. Now, I feel like this should be on the heat by now. That should...
It will be on the heat in about 60 seconds' time after we have poured in 500 millilitres of milk. And finally, just a tablespoon of curry powder, please. And essentially, we're going to bring the milk up to a boil.
Yep.
And once it's boiling, we're going to reduce the heat down to medium and simmer it for 7 to 9 minutes.
Okay, how long's left on the clock?
7 minutes.
Cool. Right, okay, that's mixed.
Did the milk go in there?
Yes, 500 mils of milk went in here.
Oh, good. Okay, well, we'll look out for that bit.
Don't get... These are not my ingredients or my instructions, mate. You're the one in control here. I'm not taking any... I'll take the blame for the crap cutting. That's on me. The amount of milk, that's on you.
Right, I think that's all mixed in. That's perfect. Let's get a lid on that, and that will help to boil it quicker.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go check on the mushrooms, make sure they're not burning. We can probably, with your tea towel, remove that pan. Now, that handle is going to be hot.
Yes, it is. So it needs to be. I'm going to put it on the surface here and just get everything out of the way first. Lovely.
Oh, yeah, they look crispy, deep golden brown. That looks ideal. Now,
don't touch.
For you. No, a little tip. Keep the tea towel on the handle.
That's a really good idea.
So do we have a small measuring jug nearby? And the blender?
Yes.
And then we need to get our hands on 100 millilitres of creme fraiche.
I just touched that pan. Thank you for the tea towel. That was a good call.
We'll need about a third of that jar.
Okay.
Can you add the whole bag of coriander in, please? Maybe keep a couple of stalks back. We'll use that for garnish.
All right. Seriously, this is just coriander and cream. That's all we need.
Coriander, creme fraiche, blend it up. It's going to go a lovely green, and then we'll season it to taste with a bit of salt. Remember, you can always add more. You can't take it away.
I've discovered the problem. I put the salt and the pepper in while the blender was still in there, so it's all just sat on top of the blender. It's just there. It's just sat there. You might not be transmitting, but I can hear you laughing from the next room, so thanks for that.
Honestly, any mistake you're making, I've made 100 times before, so that's why. I just want to take this opportunity, Tom, to say you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to choose to interpret that as not sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic.
So many people bought disc plates after their last sponsorship here that they've come back. This time, they wanted to show off their larger plates and all the licensed art that they have. So they sent over a few for me to give to my friends. This print of the original Star Wars poster and this shot of the Enterprise E from Star Trek are going to fight it out on the walls of one friend's office. And then this poster of the Flash looks wonderful with the glossy print on actual metal. And I know who I'm giving it to. This is probably going to end up right over their TV. All the disc plates come with a fancy magnet mounting system, so you don't need any tools to put them up. And you can get their 3D magnets, so they seem to hover away from the wall. And there are also disc plates for video games, comics, even NASA. They come in gloss or matte or framed up if you like. And there's also a lot of more artistic poster options if you'd prefer not to fly your nerd flag quite that high. As this video goes out, it's their summer sale. There's a link in the description and pinned comment. And even if you're watching this later, that link will still give you a very good discount. Right, back to the show.
We now have our mushrooms are cooked and ready to go.
Yes.
We have our coriander cream blended and ready to go and seasoned to taste. Let's taste one of the mushrooms just quickly and see if that needs any more seasoning.
It needs something. There's not as much, what's the word, umami in there as you'd expect from those mushrooms, so I am going to add that pinch of salt.
Lovely word, umami. Okay. Time-wise, I think we're just going to have to go with the veg. It's going to have to be done.
All right.
Okay. I saw that. So let's take the pan off the heat and we're going to get the blender straight into the pan. And we want to blend that up until it's silky and smooth.
Okay.
Okay, Tom, we've got 2 minutes left. So does that blender have a super speed on it?
I'm using it.
Is that the turbo mode?
Yep.
This is what arbitrary time limits do to us.
Yep. If you're cooking at home, just spend 5 more minutes on it, it'll be great.
What we're going to want to do is create a lovely mound of it on the plate, right in the centre, lovely circle of it.
All right, say when.
Excellent, okay, and let's get half of the mushrooms on top. Now let's spoon half of the creme fraiche over the top. Make it as chefy and arty as you like. 15 seconds.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? That's happening. That's happening. Do you mind?
Oh, chefy and arty, just how I like it.
That's definitely a thing that happens.
Yeah, we'll let Ben mix that in, shall we? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Gonna be honest with you, made some errors there. That could be a lot better. It could be a lot worse, but it could definitely be a lot better.
Once again, teamwork, joint responsibility. We'll take this one together.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, who have I got?
You've got Mike here, and I'm afraid we're faced with a dichotomy.
Oh, good word.
Thanks. I hate losing to the other guys.
Yeah.
But I'm also the weakest in terms of cooking ability out there.
All right. If your instructions are clear, we're going to be fine. What are we making?
Okay.
I heard that laugh on "we're going to be fine." I heard that.
Okay, visualise this. This is what we're making. So mac and cheese flavoured with spinach, with little dots of creme fraiche, grated cheese melted on the top. It's going to be unbelievably delicious, and it's going to be a breeze to make.
You don't believe it. Even through this headset, I heard the disbelief in that.
I can't even lie to you via a walkie-talkie.
This sounds delicious. 30 minutes?
30 minutes. Start the clock. Okay, first thing we're going to do is cook some pasta.
Okay.
So you have your macaroni. Now, if you grab some scales on the back.
They weren't there earlier.
I've put them there for you because great prep equals great result.
All right, yes.
I'd like you to take the big pan. 200 grams of macaroni is going to go into there.
Close enough, 209.
I haven't cheated, but I have pre-boiled a kettle. Pour that all over the top of the pasta. We're going to want to season that water. Because it's pasta, we want it to take on lots of seasoning, so I would put a lot of salt in. And I am going to set you a timer for 8 minutes.
All right.
Look at me remembering stuff.
Yep, got it. Lovely.
I've actually got to do it now. Can someone send me a timer for 8 minutes? I outsourced that job.
I thought you might have done.
Now we're going to create a roux.
Oh, I know what that is. I've seen all the chefs on YouTube make that. I've never made one myself. All right, yeah, I'm excited about this now. Yeah, it's like flour and butter, right?
Absolutely, with a little bit of milk in. We're going to turn that into the cheese sauce for our mac and cheese.
Plain flour, then?
We want some flour, we want the scale still, and we want some butter.
This is probably 500 grams of butter. Yep, okay.
I would say 50 grams we're going to need.
All right, that's probably about that much at a guess.
The fact that you're already eyeballing ingredients shows what an amazing cook you already are.
Well, it's 500. I want about a tenth of it. That's exactly 50 grams. I've nailed that. Lovely.
Okay. So get that onto a medium heat. We're going to basically get that all nice and foamy. When the butter goes foamy, we're going to start adding some flour in, and that will be 4 level tablespoons into the foamy butter.
Is that a dessert spoon or a tablespoon?
It's a dessert spoon, but hey, you know, you're eyeballing it. You're at the eyeball stage of your culinary career. While we're waiting for that to foam, you could grab a grater, because actually also into this roux is going to go some garlic.
Yep. So how much garlic? Lots of garlic for this, surely.
We've got ample garlic there. Do you know what? I would say season to taste with garlic.
Oh, can we grate this directly in here? Is that now, or?
How foamy is that looking?
I mean, have a look. You've got a camera. That's still melting a little.
Yeah. Is it right up high?
You said put it on medium, so I'll put it on.
If you're going to throw back my errors in my face, then you're just going to make me look silly, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, this is how sorted works.
That's fine. Teamwork. Teamwork. We're fine.
If that's melted, let's get some flour in there.
Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 heaped.
Oh, level.
Oh, well, that's 2 then.
There you go. Eyeballing it. Professional. And we want to coat all of that flour in the butter. Make sure that it cooks right out. And we're looking for like a sandy paste.
I feel like roux is one of those things I've always looked at and gone, well, that's going to be a complete pain in the ass to make, but that's worked.
So we're going to cook that out for a couple of minutes, because it will basically get rid of that raw flour taste, which no one likes.
It steadily gets browner and browner, right?
Yeah, that's right. We'll keep an eye on it, but you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Despite your instructions.
This feels easier. No one has asked me at any point here to peel and then chop 200 grams of goddamn shallots.
There are no shallots involved in this recipe.
I'm very happy with that.
And thank you for introducing me to a genuinely new feeling in this studio of happiness and contentment.
I mean, likewise, this is working. It's all going to fall apart shortly. Let's be clear. But right now, this is seeming pretty good. A little bit of boiling going on there. I feel like that's something that shouldn't be happening.
I think we've cooked the flour out nicely, so we're going to get some milk in now.
Right, okay.
We're going to do it bit by bit, and I will need you to measure it. Tom, stop. I've already messed it up. We need to put garlic in first. I'm terribly sorry. So now we can grate the 2 cloves of garlic in first.
Okay.
Really didn't get away with that. As soon as you've done that, we're coming up to 8 minutes on the pasta. So
yeah. Oh,
get it off the heat and test it to see if it's cooked to your liking.
Yeah, okay.
How do you like your macaroni?
I should have al dente, if we can pull it off that way. Let's see what it's like.
Another culinary term, you're a pro.
Yes.
Fantastic.
If anything, that's slightly too much done, so I think that's probably about right for mac and cheese. So.
Well, let's get it out of that hot water then. We'll drain it. There's a colander that I have strategically placed.
Well done, that man.
Marvellous.
Excellent.
Pasta.
Happy with this. Lovely. That's good. We need milk in this.
Yes.
How much do you need? You need to measure this out.
Yes, we need 400 millilitres of that milk.
Got it.
Fantastic.
And we put this in slowly, 1 bit at a time, right?
Yeah, imagine doing a quarter at a time.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
More confident at this point than anyone else here. I'm loving these instructions. They're clear. The recipe might feel a little bit simpler. I don't know if that's...
Right.
But we've got a roux involved.
Shooting me in the foot here.
No, I think it feels simple because you're giving good instructions. How's that sound?
I love you with all my heart.
I think we're good. I think the last of this can go in.
Is it nice and thick? There you go, it's getting hot. Oh, we're getting there. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah, happy with this, happy with this.
You are a perfectionist. We are going to get on like a house on fire. Are you happy with the smoothness?
The important thing that I can't see in here are any lumps of roux. There's no lumps of flour I can see. It's all just little dots of garlic.
That is because you're a bloody professional, that's why.
I'm enjoying the mutual admiration society we've got going on here, but I think the clock's ticking, so... Right, what's next?
So, you should have a bag of spinach there, and we're going to use the whole lot.
Dump this in?
Dump it all in.
Right, OK.
And it will get to a point where it just all wilts, and then you'll be like, oh, I thought I put spinach in this.
Right, every time.
And while that is wilting, I'll get you to chop up about 10 grams of coriander.
Okay.
We'll chuck that in as well. Oh, that is a lot of spinach.
It really is a lot of spinach, but I keep pushing the spinach down and it keeps going in.
It's like Mary Poppins' handbag.
That's how much of coriander I've got left, so...
Take a small amount. I say 10 grams, but yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
That much?
In the left hand, just chuck it straight in the pan because we're going to blend this up. OK, we have 8 minutes left.
Ah, OK, cool. All right, what's next?
I've prepped you a hand blender. Well, we're going to grate in some cheese and then blend it, but we do need the...
Everyone's using the hand blender. Everyone's using the hand blender.
That's already got one on, mate.
Did you prepare this?
I prepared this, and in doing so, set up a hilarious
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
scenario.
All right. Yeah, cool. All right, let's go.
No, can you try and incorporate some of the roux onto the top of the... Yeah, that's it. Because the more sauce that gets on top of it, the quicker it will wilt.
OK.
Great job.
I'm doing my best. It's steadily wilting.
So let's prep what we're going to put into this pan now. 50 grams of cheese. It will be 1 tablespoon of mustard and creme fraiche. 100 grams, so like maybe 5 or 6 tablespoons.
Simple as that. All
Bosh.
right, good.
OK, give it a quick stir now. Let's blend that up. That is looking awesome.
That's looking really good. I'm happy with that.
Tom, have a sniff. Can you smell that?
Yes.
That smells like team spirit.
Right, I'm guessing it's just put the pasta in the sauce or the sauce in the pasta. Which way round do you want it?
Well, I've got a spoiler.
OK.
We're going to put the pasta on a baking tray, cover it in the sauce, and then we're going to put some cheese on the top and grill it. I'd like to grill it for 4 to 5 minutes.
We're not going to have that chance.
But we've got 3 minutes remaining. Macaroni on there. And then we're going to grate 25 grams of cheese
Right, OK.
on the top of it. Let's get that in under the grill for our remaining minute and a half.
OK.
Maybe we'll go over. Let's prep the remaining bit of coriander and creme fraiche.
Yes.
Because you're going to dollop that on the top, and then we're going to tuck in, and we're going to win this competition.
I don't really want to open... How much time we got?
I mean, 30 seconds, I would say.
OK, right, cool.
Have a look. See, how's it doing? Is it all we want is that cheese to melt?
It's melted.
Is it nice colour? Does it look...
It's not brown enough, but it's going to have to do.
OK.
But you know what?
That looks yummy.
I'm happy enough with that.
All over the place, wherever you like. We're going to mix it all in, let's be honest. And then we want to tear some coriander over the top.
Yeah.
5 grams worth.
I think that will do nicely.
And we got a 3, a 2, a 1. Ta-da!
I'll be honest, that's the one I'm happiest with. I just don't know how it's going to taste.
Great work! Get in!
That was the most difficult cooking I've ever done in my life. And I realise that's a very low bar, but I've never tried to cook against the clock. I've never tried to cook something like this. Normally I'm just at home and just, yeah, that'll do. Like trying to follow a recipe that is being translated to me on a time limit. So did you see what was going on? Or?
I was peeking occasionally.
All right.
So I saw the chaos and the carnage, and some in places very, very concise.
And you have kept these warm?
We have, we've hot-held them, and therefore it might have lost some colour on the peas.
You just kept them warm with your hands?
Oh, it's a kitchen term, I'm sorry.
I thought hot Hale was the thing that they drop in Flash Gordon to destroy the Earth.
I think we should just tuck in.
This is a pea soup with a sauce.
It is, and you can tell that I didn't know how to use the immersion blender. I got a whole pea in that bite.
It's a variety of textures.
Yeah. The flavour's solid though, like the recipe is really good.
That tastes amazing.
The gremolata is like so zingy on top, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
It's those little tricks of kind of like the raw garlic and the coriander in that little zhuzhi sauce that lifts what is otherwise a very tasty pea soup. It's absolutely delicious and is a brilliant use of frozen peas that you've thrown together in half an hour.
This I'm less sure about.
Dish number 2.
It took me so long to grate the cauliflower that I feel like we lost some cooking time there. I think, also I was really bad at cutting the shallots. Like I will
You
take
hadn't improved from the first round.
I think, had you had an extra minute of cooking, it'd have been smoother rather than that kind of texture. But it smells, as you were cooking it, amazing with all those curry flavours.
That shallot needed a few more minutes. It needs to be finer. That's on me.
I'll take responsibility as well. Teamwork, as we said at the time.
But if we haven't crowbarred, like, you know, a time limit into it for the sake of urgency, then you'd have got that perfectly smooth.
Again, it's a dish with two component parts that work really nicely.
Yeah.
With the creme fraiche and coriander on top, that kind of takes it a little bit more chefy. It tastes great. A little bit of that raw shallot.
Yeah.
And a little bit of that kind of pulpy cauliflower. An extra minute or two would have been great. Yeah. But
It's also really peppery.
you wouldn't stop it. I think it's just the curry powder.
It's
lovely.
Yeah. Which leads us to
Everyone's favourite mac and cheese.
spinach mac and cheese.
You couldn't be asked to plate up.
We didn't really have time to plate up.
We didn't want to plate up. This is how we serve it.
Dare I say it? It's like a healthy, inverted commas, mac and cheese. There's so much veg going on there that it's fresher than you think mac and cheese should be.
I feel like I undersalted that or something. It feels like I needed to put a little bit more in there.
Little bit more seasoning, I think. But that, I think that's great.
Tom, have you got a favourite out of the three? Based on flavour and approach and method? And...
I think it's that one. In terms of instructions...
Taking credit like I created the recipe.
in terms of instructions, I think we got on better.
What do you mean?
There was a mutual admiration society, and at no point was I in blind panic. So I feel like that's
I know.
That's a good start.
Can you believe it?
What happened to you?
I don't know.
No huddle storm.
But if we're going in terms of like pure recipe and what I would want to eat again, that's really nice. Yeah. That's really nice.
And I think what's key, and kind of the whole point of these recipes, is that behind Jay is no food waste, with the exception of...
Wait.
The coriander that Jamie was supposed to garnish his plate with. Do I have to pick a winner?
Yeah. That's the format.
I did tell you to judge this tonight. OK, how about this? I have a loser.
Hi.
And that is that dish today, just based on time and not being able to blend it smooth enough, even though the flavours are
I think
great.
that's on my skills rather than your instructions on that one.
Teamwork, joint responsibility. It's fine.
We like to pass the buck in this studio, so give this guy the buck.
I think for remote control chef, the instructions and results were best in dish 3.
Oh, hey!
Mike's mac and cheese. I never thought I'd say that having the safety net of Mike in your ear would create a calm environment. That's not how this normally works.
I'd never want to hear that sentence again.
Thank you very much, folks. That was lovely.
Man, great job. It's been so much fun.
Thanks for coming down.